What it do, everybody? It's your boy King Crowder back again with another edition of History You May Not Know and Things That Are Not Taught in Detail for Show. Today's lesson, we'll be going all the way to a place called Natchez, Mississippi. In Natchez, Mississippi, y'all, most people have no idea that we had our own concentration camp of freed Black Americans. Most people don't realize that post the Civil War, Natchez, Mississippi had an uprising of when you saw Black Americans migrate there from their slave plantations from southern Mississippi. So think about it like this. People that were formerly enslaved earned their freedom due to the Civil War. We know Black Americans fought, make sure they were located, and fought upon and earned their right to freedom. When they earned their right to freedom, soldiers of this area made them work this land because they won the war and they were still bitter about these acts. So some upwards of more than 20,000 Black American freed slaves were moved and migrated to this place. And they pushed them into a concentration camp. Most people don't realize that they separated the male and the women from the children. And they literally made the males work to death. When they made the males work to death, they made them cultivate the field. They made them work as they saw the children eat and die of starvation. American history hides that we had our very own small version of a concentration camp in this country. But you saw this act where we literally had former enslaved that earned their right to freedom, and we had people that were urging to go against this because they were angry. So the army soldiers in this area literally made the whales work, cultivate, and execute this land, while their children and women were on the other side dying of starvation. The Devil's Punch Bowl is such a horrific case because virtually all of the 20,000 Black Americans died. They either died from starvation or being overworked. Not a single crime against humanity charge was charged against those people, against those soldiers, and against those enemies. Remember, they influenced them. They made the people go sick, and they made them die. We have no idea, no concept, no film, no videos about this horrific act that happened in this country. The Devil's Punch Bowl is a series that should be highlighted because it goes into the improprieties. It goes into how the freedom of these Black Americans who were trying to escape this horrible cause we had in this country called slavery. And when they escaped, they did another concept to remain enslaved. Did you know until this day in Natchez, Mississippi, there are peach trees all around? The peach trees are not touched by the locals of that area because they know that the remains and fertilization come from the Black American soils. So the people that died from there just died where they were. They weren't properly buried, and the peach trees came up after them because their bodies were being fertilized by human remains. The Devil's Punch Bowl, the concentration camp in American history, post the Civil War that nobody talks about. We always mention a thing from over there in World War II, but we had our own horrific events that happened in this country. Soldiers of this country kidnapped, forced labor, forcibly executed, starved out, and worked to the death. Americans of this country. It's your boy King Crowder. Check him back out again with another edition of History You Did Not Know on Things That Are Not Taught in Detail for Show. I hope you learned something, y'all, because we always emphasize what we have done abroad, but we have done horrific incidents in situations that we have not addressed domestically. The Devil's Punch Bowl is hard to listen to, hard to read, hard to understand, and hard to watch. But we should educate ourselves because it is such a touchy subject, such a huge deal. And if we don't talk about these stories, how will we ever learn from them? It's your boy King Crowder. Checking out. Peace.